The real power play isn't maybe happening in Riyadh. It's in the vaults at Euroclear. The U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio said that the two sides agreed to restore embassy staffing and create a high-level team to take the discussion further, including economic cooperation. And that's the topic we need to be watching for. I'm Dr. K. I'm a political scientist who looks at how information is shared, and that includes what we can learn from who is part of negotiations. The interesting thing about the meeting in Riyadh is that Kirill Dmitriev is there. He played a role in early contacts between Russia and the U.S. when Trump was first elected president in 2016. And the 49-year-old also happens to be head of Russia's sovereign wealth fund. That's a government-controlled reserve meant to support the Russian economy, stabilize the budget, and fund long-term investments. At its current spending rate, Russia's national wealth fund could run out of liquid assets within the next 12 months if no new revenue sources replenish it. Where did all the money go? Before the war, about half of the national wealth fund, about $90 billion, was held in Western currencies like the US dollar, the euro, and the British pound. After sanctions in early 2022, Russia lost access to these funds. Over $300 billion in Russian assets were frozen by Western countries. But here's where it gets interesting. All of these frozen assets are primarily held in Europe, and only about 4 to 5 billion of Russia's money is in the US. Over half the money is held by Euroclear, a Brussels-based financial services company. Discussions have been ongoing among Western nations about potentially using these assets to support Ukraine's reconstruction efforts. But there are legal and domestic challenges. So here's the real takeaway. The U.S. is negotiating with Russia over Ukraine, without Ukraine, and discussing economic cooperation using money it doesn't even control. It's the EU, not Washington, that holds the keys. And Biden's Repo Act allows the U.S. to seize Russian funds on its soil, but that's only a small fraction of what's sitting in Brussels. I'm Dr. K.